Hello everyone. So let me introduce myself first. My name is Archana Prasad and I have completed my MSc with botany, and I am just going to share a small video on the topic structure of ovary, mammalian ovary of the chapter human reproduction. And at the end of the video, I am going to discuss few questions which are related with the topic of the NEET level. So let's start the session. As you can see, these are the contents, and the first topic is the structure of ovary. So we'll start from that portion, because in the structure of ovary we'll get to know about the follicular development and ovulation process as well. So if we are talking about the structure of ovary, so we need to know about the ovaries. Okay, so ovaries are a pair of glands first of all, and that are the shape of unshelled almonds. This type of shape it has, and in both in size and shape also. So the approx size is 2 to 4 centimeter, which are called as the female gonads. Now if we are studying about the anatomy, means the internal structure of ovary, what we know, the first, we have to know about the layers, means outer protective coverings of an ovary. So there is three layer tissue which covers the ovary. The outermost is called as the visceral peritoneum. This is the outermost covering. The middle one, the red color one, is called as the germinal epithelial, and the innermost is called as tunica albuginea. So these are the three layered structure of an ovary. After that, the inside portion is the ovarian stroma, just beneath the tunica albuginea. And the unique part is that this ovarian stroma is consisting of two main portions, which is the outer layer called as the cortex, which is dense in nature, and a less dense structure which is inner portion called the medulla. So this portion we can termed as the cortex region because it is the dense portion, and this one is called as the medulla portion. So from this what we can know that the three most outermost layer and the ovarian stroma, which has two main segments. The ovarian cortex is a region just beneath the tunica albuginea, and it consists of ovarian follicles and surrounded by dense irregular connective tissue. So when we are talking about the follicular phase, so we'll move to the next page for the follicular developmental stages. So in this page you will get to know about all the developmental stages. In this page you will get all the developmental stages here, and the location inside the ovary as well. So inside the ovary, what we can find it out that inside the ovarian cortex the arrangement of follicles are given, and through which what we can say that there is the primordial follicle to Graafian follicle, a mature Graafian follicles are present. So primordial follicle to formation of primary follicles, this overall whole developmental stages will occur inside the girl when before their birth, and the formation of secondary follicles from the primary will occur during the puberty timing when the menstrual cycle begins. And this formation developmental stages consisting of primary follicle, then it will be mature to the secondary follicles, so then it will be matured after that tertiary, and after that a mature follicle will be produced, which is called as Graafian follicle. And when the Graafian follicle will produced, inside it the secondary oocyte will be produced, and the secondary oocytes will be released from the ovary, which process is called as ovulation. After the ovulation, the remaining parts of the Graafian follicle will be converted into the corpus luteum, and this corpus luteum, if there will be no fertilization, in case of no fertilization, the corpus luteum degenerates into a fibrous scar called as corpus albicans. So this is the overall structure of an ovary along with the follicular developmental stages and the medulla segments. And the overall diagrammatic explanation is also given in the sites of the early primordial to the tertiary and the final Graafian follicle, and the release of the secondary oocyte along with the zona pellucida and corona radiata covering. So now we will move to the question segments. So just move to the next. This is the first question which belongs to this segment. The question is, vitellogenesis occurs during the formation of. So before solving this question, we need to know about the process of vitellogenesis. What does it mean? So basically, the yolk formation and yolk deposition in the primary oocyte, this phenomenon is called as vitellogenesis. So from this, what we can say that it will be related with the primary oocyte. So in this question, the primary oocyte is given in only one option, that is the option number A. So the correct option for this question is A, the primary oocyte in the Graafian follicle. So this will be the answer for this question. Now we'll move to the second question. In the second question, the question is, some important events in the human female reproductive cycle are given below. Arrange the events in proper sequence. So the sequences are, or the important events are, number one is secretion of FSH, growth of corpus luteum, growth of the follicle and oogenesis, ovulation and sudden increase in the level of LH. So from this question, let's start to arranging these segments first. Now, for that, how can we arrange? So we need to know about the every segments. First, during proliferative phase in human cycle, female reproductive cycle or menstrual cycle, the anterior lobe of pituitary gland secretes the follicle stimulating hormone. That is, FSH is the first hormone which is secreted by the pituitary gland. It will goes to the ovary and it activates the formation of the follicles, which stimulates the ovarian follicles to secrete estrogen. And during the second week of reproductive cycle, most of the developing follicle die and usually one follicle continues to mature. Now the luteinizing hormone in blood level is increased by pituitary gland. A small surge of FSH also occurs. Ovulation takes place, which releases immature egg into the abdominal cavity. And during ovulation, the follicle breaks open and collapses under the continuous influence of the luteinizing hormone. So it begins to enlarge and forms a yellowish structure, which is called as corpus luteum or yellow body. So from this overall sequence, what we can get that the number one should be number one, right? Secretion of FSH. Then after, number three, growth of the follicle and oogenesis. Then after, number 5, sudden increase in the level of LH. Then after, number 4, that is ovulation. And after the ovulation, the second number, which is growth of corpus luteum. So this will be the correct sequence of this question. Now, in which option we will get it? So the option is number B, cause the sequence is 1, 3, 5, 4, 2. So this will be the correct answer for this question. So thank you everyone. That's all. Hope you will understood the question as well as the explanation given here. Thank you.